Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gist With Dara. This is the second episode of season 4, and I have my third guest for this season. It's actually a reoccurring guest from the Not Nigerian Enough episode that we did back in July. So really excited for that, and as you guys can tell by the title, we're talking about friendships and just everything that comes along with that, the bad parts and the good parts. So for my guest, you can go ahead and reintroduce yourself again.
Hi, I'm Chisa, and I'm 15.
Yeah, so Chisa and I have been friends since we were 11. We met in 6th grade in our reading class, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so it's been 4 years now, going on 5, I guess. But I feel like like we're such good friends, but like through that we've definitely had like rough patches and stuff where we've like just had like a long okay, I guess I would say like all of 7th grade, like when we were it was just like not good at all, honestly. And I think that was on both of our parts. Like I can account for some things that I did, and I know she can as well, because like we talked before. And so where this episode idea actually came from was because she was asking me, I think a few months ago, like if she could be on the podcast again, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, but like I couldn't think of a topic. And then some things happened with like current friends, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a nice idea. So I was like, okay, yeah, we can just do this together to talk about kind of like dealing with friendship, but like in the mature way, and being able to like have both of you like listen to each other and then be able to fix those problems. So I guess just you could touch a little bit more on the problems that we had,
Oh,
like 7th grade and stuff.
in 7th grade, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't like the best friend I could be. I was like really, really mean. And I made like my friends feel bad. So then after 7th grade, because I had like a lot of introspection, so I worked on myself. I came back to 8th grade, still just a little bit mean, but like, you know, time went on and I, kept working on myself, and I feel like I'm a peak friend right now.
Yes, I agree. Um, so yeah, 7th grade, like they were just like I think honestly, I'm gonna say truthfully, I feel like it was lack of communication. It was
Yeah.
things that weren't put across like on both ends, and that just caused like fighting and like turmoil and like long arguments and like and not talking. And it was like it's not just like every few months. It was like every other week, maybe even like that's how much we were arguing. Like it was really bad. So, and I know because at the time we were like, well, I guess we still kind of are now, but like we were like in a trio group, and the three of us were like really tight. But it was always Chisa and me who were arguing, and so our other friend was kind of like, oh dang, like she's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And I still feel bad about that to this day for like putting her in the middle. And last week, I think me and her were talking about that, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys are like always arguing. I didn't know what to do." I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Like, um, but yeah, I think, and the truth is, so every time we had those arguments, I don't know if I still have the text messages, but like it would have long paragraphs, like essays worth of stuff, kind of going back and forth. And then eventually we would reconcile it and be like, okay, it's fine, whatever. So I guess in a sense, all those like long paragraphs and essays and stuff kind of helped, because I feel like they kind of helped both of us to like say everything that we're feeling and let the other person know how like it all like makes us feel, and then we could kind of fix it, I guess.
Yeah, but also, um, I feel like it was just like a way for us to like do like a one and done type thing.
Hmm.
And like, sometimes we would just say things to appease the other person, I guess. And like, for me, I feel like that was the case sometimes because, some I would like not always fix my mistakes like, you know, immediately. It would just be like I hear what you're saying, but I don't see how I'm in the wrong, and like, that really just messed us up kind of.
Yeah, I think I okay, I get that. I think that that probably might have been part of it as well. And from my end too, I think there might have been times when maybe like if you felt like I did something wrong, and then I would apologize, but I wasn't really sorry. I was just apologizing to like get it over with.
Yeah.
And then also this is an interjection, but if the thunder, like if the recording picks up the thunder, I apologize. I just
Dang, cause
want, yeah, because like the boom that I just heard now, I was like, I know that picked it up, but I mean, maybe not, hopefully not, but I just want to say that. So yeah. Anyways, though, yeah, I think so. And then honestly, so it definitely got better after seventh grade, right? But
yeah,
like I feel like in eighth grade there were still some of those same problems, kind of like not definitely not as frequently, like maybe like two or three times like the whole year, maybe. But I think it might have carried over to where, uh, I mean we've talked about this before, so that's why I'm gonna say it. But like last summer, no, last summer. Oh, sorry, that's crazy. I just remembered that we're in like that we're sophomores. I don't know why I forgot that second. But anyways, yeah, last summer because I was gonna say last summer before going into freshman year, but never mind. Last summer before going into sophomore year, I like was considering just like dropping Chisa altogether, which was apparent because she like talked to me, like we talked about it, and I think like I don't know, August or something. I don't know. But like this was like the first year that we were back together in person after like COVID and stuff because we were both online all of last year. And so like it was pretty clear that like we weren't as close as we were in middle school and we were like distance apart. Like we had both like made new friends and like had new friend groups and stuff. And so like yeah, you texted me about it, right? I think you texted I
yeah,
her that we had that conversation. And then that was kind of when I just like I guess laid it out all on the table, so to speak, and I was like, yeah, you know, like it was purposeful or whatever. And then we talked about it. Um, I don't remember everything that was said, but I know that since then I feel like we've been pretty good, right?
yeah. But there have been some outside factors in that. Yeah,
What do
'cause
you mean by factors?
outside factors of the people, but we're not gonna name any names
Oh
here.
yeah, of course not. We can't name.
Yeah, and
Oh, oh that. I know what you're talking about now. I got really confused for a second. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like kind of jealous of said person. I just felt like, oh dang, I can sense that, you know, I'm not really wanted, you know? And I guess it's warranted because again, we've had issues in the past. But like, yeah. And now we're good.
Yeah, yeah. And no, I mean, I feel like the way I went about it wasn't the best. I feel like maybe I should have tried to talk to her instead of just being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just cut her off and like distance myself and not talk to her as much." I feel like I shouldn't have done that. I probably should have talked about it because then you were like, I would imagine if I was in that situation, I would be like, "Dang, like this person just stopped talking to me, and you didn't really know why, and that's like why you um like decided to like talk to me about it," which is good because if you didn't, I feel like we wouldn't be where we are now. So I definitely do apologize for that because I don't think I necessarily said sorry about that before. But yeah, I get that. I feel like I mean, it's crazy to say, but I know like for myself, I've experienced it too. But like kind of getting like jealous of your friends, like with other friends, especially if it's like a new friend that they made recently and it seems as if they're getting closer than like you guys were or something, then like you kind of feel a certain way. Cause I know like that happened for me this year as well, especially with like everyone being in person again, like people are making new friends and stuff. Cause like we're at a different school, but it was still just kind of like, oh wow, like I thought we were really close, but like
Yeah.
so I mean, I guess I feel like that kind of comes with everything. I mean, I think it's definitely good that we were able to like talk about it and like just like continue forward and move on like after or whatever. So that's definitely good. But okay, so how would you say that like our I don't want to say experience, but like our situation, I don't know, whatever, like how our friendship is, like how would you, or rather, like how we talk through like our issues and stuff, like how would you compare that to other friendships that you've had or that you have without naming names, of course, but you know.
Oh, I feel like since we've known each other for like longer, I feel like I would try more than say this were to happen like with someone else that I've met in like the recent years. Probably like try less, like not care as much. Sorry to anybody that's watching, but like like if you've known someone a longer time, like you're gonna have a bigger bond with them. So like yeah, but also I feel like just communicating. That's the biggest thing I've learned through our friendship. Like, you gotta state how you feel, otherwise nothing's gonna get done.
Yeah, I think it definitely, I think the amount of years that you've known someone, that you've been friends with someone, I definitely think that plays a part. Like, I have some friends, like how you're saying, that's like I would like fight to keep their friendship, like with you and like with other people that like I've known for a longer time. Like I would fight to keep that friendship. But like when it's like sometimes with other people that maybe like we haven't been friends that long, or like we're not even that close per se, then I probably wouldn't try as hard because I'm kind of like, well, I mean, it's okay, like it is what it is. But like you said, communication is definitely important, and stating what is wrong, and not just like hoping the other person will realize it and waiting for them to come to you. Because I've had experiences of that in the past. Like people will be mad at me, and I can tell they're mad at me. Like they're not talking to me, they're ignoring me, whatever. And it goes on with like days, and they don't say anything. But then it's like if I say hi or whatever, like they'll say hi back, but they won't like come and talk to me first. And then I'll ask them and be like, "Hey, like, what's going on? Like, I've noticed you've kind of been distant." And then that's when they talk. They like, if I didn't say anything, it would have just like went out for a month. And that's honestly really annoying, especially because it's like, especially in situations where I didn't even realize that I'd done something to offend you. Like, that's like the worst part. Because it would be different if it was like maybe like we had a conversation and I like said something mean that was obvious that I was like rude. But like with the certain thing I'm talking about now, it's like it wasn't apparent to me at all. Like I was completely blinded by it, besides the fact that this person wasn't to me anymore. So yeah, it's definitely important to like voice your concerns. Like if you have a problem with someone, and that goes in like any relationship, like friendship or like a non-platonic relationship, like you need to voice your concerns so that the other person is aware of it, because they may not even know that you're like that you have a problem with them.
And be sure to set boundaries because I cannot stress this enough. Boundaries is like the most important thing because, if you're not cool with someone calling you something or like, talking about you in like a certain manner, whether it's like neutral, good or bad, you
Yeah.
gotta set that boundary right there so you can cut it off real quick.
I agree, and that's actually something I haven't really talked about. Not talked about. I haven't really thought about before, because I feel like I kind of have a problem with like being, I guess, confrontational in a sense, and like saying something and like voicing, like okay, like if I'm like upset with you for something, I'll probably say something about that. But like voicing my concerns in a sense, especially when I feel like it's not like, or someone else may deem it as like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Like let's say oh, like I told someone I like someone and they keep talking about it all the time, and not see that as like a big deal, but to me like that's actually really annoying. So I would like rather have it be that, like, but then like I probably wouldn't tell them. That's the thing, because like that's happened before. Like I just wouldn't say anything, although it was kind of bothering me. So yeah, I think I need to take that advice just up, but like setting boundaries, and like even if it doesn't have to be like a negative thing, but like whatever it is, like if you have certain ways that you feel about them, voice that, and don't just let them like not know of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. But also, I think I have a bad habit of like if someone does something to upset me, I'll wait till like a third chance before like, going off on them. But like, I feel like that's a bad a bad habit because like say you're like rude to me for like no reason, I'll let it slide the first time.
Hmm.
Second time, I'm like, okay, chill, chill, chill. But then the third time, oh, be prepared because you got a big thing coming, huh?
Okay, okay, okay. Um, yeah, I would say maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna sound weird, and I know, like, I'm not saying argue with your friends, but you should have had at least one type of disagreement. No, just to know how they are. You know what I mean? Like, just so that you guys have figured it out. Like, don't fight as much as Chisa and I did in 7th grade. But just, just like I'm not saying pick a fight, but like if it happens, don't just act as if it's not a big deal. Because like I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. But like I'm not saying don't go and pick fights with your friends, please. But like if it happens and if it arises, make sure you talk about it in a manner that you're both being nice to each other. Like that's important, to be nice to each other. Yeah.
And guys, do not forget. I swear I thought this was a joke at first, but you will not be friends with the same friends you had in middle school. I literally thought that was a lie, and I would like keep all my friends, but who dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, but I always have my plans,
Yeah.
So I have plans to bring them back one by one.
Oh, that sounded kind of creepy. Anyway, moving on past that, minus that last line, I oh, I don't know about that last line, but yeah, you should realize though, like the friends that you have all the time, like I feel like, and there's nothing like don't make it seem like it's like I guess I don't know. We should look at it as like a positive, not a positive thing, but like I guess try to see like the like not always see the bad in it in the sense that like yeah, like maybe you don't have all the same friends in middle school, but like that's okay because you didn't like end on bad terms or anything. Like and like if you guys saw each other in person, like you would be good and like you would be cool or whatever. And think I think there's that saying like what's it like there are friends for a season. No, what is it? There are friends for a season and some for a reason. I don't know. I'm saying that wrong. I don't know. Something along those lines. But basically something like, some friends will just be there for a short period of time and that's okay. And then you have other friends that are like there for a lifetime. Do you think that you'll keep your same friends from high school when you go to college?
Probably not. No offense to any of them listening right now. But like,
Yeah. I mean, the truth is I hope to. Like it would be nice,
Yeah.
At least like the ones who like I consider like my super close friends, like it would be nice to keep them when I go to college. But truthfully, I think I've kind of come to terms with the fact that if it doesn't happen, that just means like it wasn't supposed to. And I guess like I'm okay with that. And I feel like if we were to like I feel like everything I'm saying this episode is so cringy. Anyways, if we were later in life, like it's okay. And like maybe like I was gonna say maybe we'll see each other again later in life, but that sounds really fine. Anyways, yeah, like I just back to the whole friend season reason thing, whatever that saying is. If I find it later, I will put it in the description because I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like friendship is definitely something that I feel like is vital. Like I think it's important to have friends in your life, but at the same time, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds again so cliche, but it's honestly true. Like if you have like 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 good friends, that's okay. You don't need to have like 20 friends. Like if you just have your tight knit group, and even if it's not a group, but like if you just have those close friends that you got, like you can depend on them and they can depend on you. Like I think you're good.
The way I measure my friends is that if we were ever to partner up, you guys see if it would be awkward or not. And if it's not awkward, could you guys joke and stuff, That's how
Great, interesting message. Okay. Okay. Well, speaking of that, because you said partner, this thought just came in my head, not for any particular reason, but how do you feel like you deal with like friends who, let's say, like you partner up for an assignment or something, and you're stuck doing all of it?
Oh, I'm never working with them again. Never.
Okay, let's say they're like the super close friend.
Never.
Oh, okay.
I'm not risking my grade for someone, bro. Okay. And I've had several instances of that, bro.
Same. Yeah.
And if they try to pull that on me again, I just lied to the teacher.
Okay.
Cut that out, bro.
Wait, can I not cut it out?
No, you can keep it in.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this part in two. Okay, okay. Moving. Yeah, moving on. um, yeah, I agree. I think, like, my mom basically said it in a sense that it's like you can have friends, and they don't have to be like the I don't know, like the go-to friend for every single situation. Like you can have some friends that you don't do schoolwork with them, and that's fine, but you're still like close friends with them. You don't have to do your schoolwork with them just because you're friends. And then same as the people well, okay, this is kind of using, but I guess you work with, they don't have to be your friends, but that actually sounds like using to me. So it depends on your morals, I guess, in that sense. But yeah, I think I realized, just because, okay, like if they don't do what they're supposed to do, like with your assignment or whatever, I guess talk to them about it. I'm trying to think about what else there is to say about friendships. Oh, right. Take all of our advice in this episode with a grain of salt. It kind of depends on you and the other person in your said friendship. So, yeah.
That sounds like a Model UN ending.
It's okay. Oh, wow. Because you said that. Okay. You feel like clubs have helped you to connect with some of your friends more? That, like, either you don't have classes or to make new friends.
Yeah, help me reconnect with some people. And like in Model UN, I became friends with this one person that I don't have classes with. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Because, just like we don't have any classes this semester, and last semester we only had one. So, okay, but honestly, is it clubs that helped us to stay, like, to move?
No,
I
not
feel
really.
it's not clubs, because in those clubs, not like we talk. I feel like it's maybe outside of school, like we FaceTime occasionally, and
Yeah.
I don't know, but like we don't. I feel like we don't FaceTime as much as we did in middle school, but when we do, it's long. So
Yeah.
yeah, like it's not like it's a short face, like it's pretty long, and we're talking for a while. So I feel like I guess that kind of helps, and then I don't know, but honestly, I will say though. Oh right, this goes back to like the whole like keeping your friends like after you like move schools or like go to high school or college or whatever. But I guess I would say don't be sad about it, because like some of my friends who were like really close friends in school, and then we go to different schools, like I kind of knew in the back of my head like, oh, we may not stay friends, and I was kind of sad about it. But I feel like now I'm not too sad about it, because it's like it's not like we ended on bad terms. I feel like I was saying before, and like because I just saw some of them like a few weeks ago, and when I saw them, like it was like cool, and I was like, oh my gosh, like hey guys, because we didn't plan on seeing each other. So I think, yeah, I think it's just important to remember that, and I mean check in on them, like like just like send a text like, oh hey, like how are you, like how's school or whatever. Especially if you don't go to the same school anymore, just to, like make sure that you're well, if you want to, obviously, like, keeping that connection.
Connection.
Yeah. This brings us to a close, basically. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I feel like it was kind of different from the normal, like, social, real, like, social awareness type episodes. So I think that was kind of nice to take a little break from that. I enjoyed this episode. Yeah. So hope you guys did too. Thank you for joining me, Chisa, again. Maybe the listeners will see you again. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know. I was just saying maybe. I can't think of anything now. I was just saying, to like keep suspense for the listeners. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now.
Okay.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Listening, and that's the Just. See you next Saturday.